Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. If you're joining me here locally this early morning at 5:31, or if you're joining me from other parts of the world, I'd love to know what time it is where you are. Let's take a nice clearing breath and bring us into this beautiful container, this space that we've turned into our place. And it's my shorter morning because I have my yogic practice from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. And then I'm sitting in a pranayama workshop with one of my mentors, Pandit Debral. He's in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it's such a blessing that he's now online. So I don't want to miss that opportunity. So from 6 till 12, I'll be in my practice, my beautiful, beautiful Saturday practice. So we're in the region of the throat, and that is the element of sound and ether. And it encompasses so much. Not only does it encompass taste and hearing in this area, but it also houses the brainstem, which is our reptilian brain. So that's our point of trauma often. And the thing that's coming up for me is the amount of sound pollution that we live amongst. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking sound pollution as in Canada, but, in the areas that I've traveled, I've been to mainland China and I've been to India a number of times, and I've been to not that many different places. It's certainly on my bucket list to see plentiful more places of this beautiful earth. But I've also been to places that don't really offer much sound pollution. Mind you, that's not true. I was been in the Maldives, and you could hear the echo of machinery pounding pillars into the ocean, into the coral reefs even, that were really painful for me to hear and see and witness. But so I'd love for you to just pay attention to your environment and see where the sound pollution is coming in for you. Oh, good morning, Deepak. Lovely to have you here. And often it will resonate back to the body, and this is the whole point. I think of going for the inward journey is going to that internal sound, and in living in that awareness of that karmic boomerang, that echo back, and everything is a resonance, and everything gets picked up by everything. And there's sounds that we don't even hear. They often say that the dog has a greater awareness of sound, and that's why it can pick up the vibratory essence of somebody that could be going into a seizure or could be going into some sort of disabilitation. Or when I was training my German Shepherd and didn't want her to bark, the trainer told me to shake a can or a jar of pennies because the sound was so high that the dog couldn't handle it. And I'm going, well, that's not a very nice way to train a dog. But I thought, wow, to think that, shaking pennies around yourselves may not bother us, but for the dog, it would really have that resonance for them. So that's kind of where we're going right now, and looking at in this area. We're also looking at that it's thy will, not my will. And it takes us to that creation, that creator energy, and looking at how we can create our lives to perhaps offer a resonance, a service back to someone else in the way that we speak, in the way that we think, in the way that we act, and knowing that all forms of those are a resonance. So I'm really going to hold that when I'm at the top of the mat today. And when I go into looking at what my resolve is today, what is my goal today, what is my jumping off point today, where is my focus for the next 6 hours in my day as I am in service. Not only I am in service to myself, but I'm in service to you, to the collective, and to the container that we keep, that we've established here in our own circle, in our own resonance. You know, when we go into the meditation at the end, I really sense that it's palpable. You know, I can feel it. And I hope that you can too. So let's bring our awareness right now to our feet on the floor and our sit bones on the chair or on the floor, wherever you might be sitting. If you're just laying back and resting back and listening, then by all means, bring your awareness to what is supporting your body right now. What's holding you up? And know that that's its own resonance in its ability to form that matter, and that and it's our own resonance. It's our own resonance in becoming aware. When we become aware, we tap into that. I have so much that I want to say on this. You know, memory holds a resonance as well. So tapping into that inner child, and tapping into that child that maybe was told, you know, don't talk back, or be quiet, or not right now. Or if you grew up in a household of yelling and screaming, or if you grew up in a household that was just busy based on the numbers of people that were in your household. Or if you grew up with bullying, if you grew up with being the bully, if you grew up with, just take a trip down memory lane and see what comes back in that awareness, and then appreciate what might be coming back when you're not in awareness. So all these different vibrations of memories that come back, all the memories that come forward now, even in your awareness, and have some compassion for yourself. Really have some compassion for yourself. And recognize, even in that moment in time, in every single moment in time, it's a rebound, it's an echo. And how we want to work with that rebound and how we want to work in that echo today, here and now, is another vibration out. And not only is it healing, like I said, it's healing for you, it's healing for me, it's healing for the collective. So know that as you do this work, there's always a moment of celebration. Yay. Yay me. Yay you. So let's get in and do some grounding, centering, and aligning, because if you're going to stay on past my short time on this morning, I invite you to do the work. I invite you to live on that edge. I invite you to make a difference for yourself. This is what it's all about. I'm going to spend the next 6 hours making a difference for myself, working my edges, sitting with the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and then going and sitting with my Panditi. Such an honoring day. So imagine those tree roots coming out of the feet, your feet, and your etheric feet, down into the earth, that crystalline core of the earth. Just allow it. Just simply allow and feel the difference immediately on your feet. If you're doing this from a seated position, then do it from as you sit, from the sit bones. Go down that way. Create that oval, that drop. Now bring that red Mother Earth energy up, that vibration of that red Mother Earth energy as it swooshes up to the bottom of your feet and into your legs and your hips. Allow it, give it permission as you engage your senses and engage your deep diaphragmatic breath on the exhale. And on the inhale. And bring that red Mother Earth energy up your torso into your heart region and expand as you roll back your shoulders ever so gently. And down your arms to your hands. And bring it up to the neck. This gateway, this is a gateway between the mind and the body. And sometimes we have a lot of blockages in this gateway. So pay attention to the vibration of your voice as you go through the day today. Increase your awareness. You know, as a practitioner, when I sit and I open into an awareness dialogue with my clients, it's one of the places that I become very attuned to, whether it's my own voice or whether it's the voice of my client. And I go back and I'll say, when their voice changes, how old were you in this voice that I'm hearing right now? And it's like sometimes we revert to this childlike voice. And then be curious, what is the need that I may need right now? If I have that 10-year-old boy or a 10-year-old girl talking right now, it's like, oh yeah, hi. It's like, where did that voice come from? So I just love the curiosity that comes up with all this. Now bring it up into this gateway and allow it to clear and heal, and bring it up into the top of the cranium and allow it to come out the top of Sahasrara, our 7th chakra, and let it cascade down our body 360. And as we come into the centering, allow the body to center. It's also important that chakra 2, our emotional center, and chakra 5, our throat center, our ether center, our thy will center, they're associated with each other, so to speak. They sort of bounce back and forth. 1 and 7 bounces back and forth. 2 and 5 are associated together. And 3 and 6. So if you've got something going on in your emotional area, your watery area of your body, instantly take care of this area as well. Be aware of this area and offer some gentle guidance with yourself to how you want to be, feel, and act in this day when those 2 are activated. Now let's set in our alignment. That's our Hara line that's going from the center core of the earth in through the bottom of the sit bones, through the spine, the Sushumna, up through the head, and creating a fine line to divine, creator, source, universal consciousness, supraconsciousness, Father Sky, God, your God, whichever name, the place of many names. And let's set this fine line. And let's feel it as we sort of recenter to get that feeling, that locking in of alignment. You can tap on the Sahasrara, open the portal of the Sahasrara energy center. And then bring it in and draw it in and feel this golden white light as it cascades down and enters your body. Permission to enter, permission to heal, consent to feel. Turn on the sensories as you feel perhaps the nerve endings and get the tingles in the body as this beautiful golden white light, this expansive healing divine light enters your body. Allow it to wash too down your shoulders and your arms and your hands so that everything that you touch you can touch with love. And into the heart region, and allow it to expand. Allow your wings to expand. Breathe it in and maybe take a nice deep clearing breath, letting go of anything that does not serve you on an inhale and using your sound. And your exhale, as we wake up the body. We might want to move it a little bit. If your shoulders are feeling sore, don't push too far. Don't push too far. Work with the strengths of the body as you breathe in into that strength, that self-confidence area, that will area, into the emotional area, our strength there too, and into our physical container, our security of chakra 1, our root chakra, to keep us grounded. Yes, and appreciate and with compassion that these are all area centers that offer us information. And sometimes it offers a little bit of pain. And we are able to heal that pain in that awareness of that witness, as opposed to going into that hamster wheel, as opposed to going into that vortex of involution. Allow the vortex of evolution to work with you as we work through our involution, the contrasts of life. And breathe that light in, this divine white, golden white light in. If you ever have a question, what would love to hear? And ask in that moment in time, what color is love for me now? What color is love for me now? And breathe in that color. It's as simple as that. It works. It does work. Yes, there's ways that we go deeper, but for you and for me and for here and for now, let's work with that. Let's lean into that as one of our strengths in our toolkit. Remember to regulate your feet, regulate your hands, regulate your body. It allows us to engage once again, not only our parasympathetic system, that's our regulatory system. Our deep diaphragmatic breath is our regulatory system. So as we work with this area, let's remember, keep it top of mind during this time together working on this area, to regulate, to breathe, and most important, to speak your truth. Question what's not true for you. Question if it's a secret. Question if it's a lie. Only you can do that work. And every time we create a lie, even if it's a little white lie, to protect somebody else, we're creating a resonance within ourselves. We are tuning our orchestra. So what song do you want to sing? Well, let's go into our mantra, which is also our inner sound, our inner resonance, our inner vibration. And work in our stillness together. So for the next 2 minutes, let's sit in silence and see what shows up for you and maybe what doesn't show up for you. As we go into so hum, inhale on so, exhale on hum, inhale on so, exhale on hum. And I invite you right now, let's do one Om as we go into our meditation, just in case you're not here at the end of the meditation when we do an Om. Thank you, Deepak. It's my absolute pleasure. So on the inhale, let's prepare to do one Om. Inhale. Inhale on so. Exhale on hum. Breathe in a little deeper. Exhale a little longer. There goes my voice. Isn't that interesting? One continuous, smooth breath. The aim is to breathe through the nose. Breathing in a little deeper. Exhaling a little longer. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. Our offering today is allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to heal. This is a big center, a really big center. I invite you today to do some deep listening. It's an essential part of our communication. I think that's why they're so close. And be gentle on yourself as we clear out this part of our field. Take a look at how you can reduce the noise in your environment. And that might include toxic noise, eliminating toxic noise, and also eliminating toxic people with love, non-harming love and support. Thank you for being here. I love you. Make it a great day and allow yourself time to heal. See you tomorrow.